Meet computer programmer Howard Tomlinson. He currently owns a Honda CRX, a very capable motor, but he wants to move up a gear to something even more sporty. Howard's budget is £25,000 for a nifty two-seater roadster.
So Howard, you've got a decent amount of money to spend on a new car. You're looking for something that little bit different, and I think we found three really good cars. The first of those is this, the Lotus Elise, and this is the 111S, so it's the more powerful of the cars on offer from Lotus. And it's something a little bit different, isn't it?
It's not something you see every day. Nice styling, compact car, which I like. Very low as well, which is something I noticed straight away.
Yeah, you really sit down into this car, don't you?
Not sure about the fiberglass body shell and the condensation over the headlamp there. Possibly a sign of...
maybe one or two troubles to come in the future.
You never know.
Reliability has been a problem on some of these cars. But it's an out-and-out sports car, although I'm not so sure that it's the sort of car that you'd want to use on a day-in, day-out basis.
Well, if it's a choice between practicality and fun, then it's got to be fun.
You go for the fun. Well,
Absolutely.
Come and have a look what else we've got for you. Right, Howard, within your budget, I mean, the Lotus is the cheapest of the three cars that we've got on offer, and perhaps unsurprisingly, this Audi TT Roadster is the most expensive, at just over £22,000. But it's a lot of car for its money, and it's a good saving on the list price as well. And I think it looks great.
Good, solid build quality, reliable. Obviously, you know, you've got the Audi badge, so it's a fairly safe bet. Quite common, which kind of puts me off. I would like to drive something that I don't end up at the lights behind another one on the way to work in the morning, that sort of thing. But the colour's a little bit different and the interior's a bit different.
A lot of these sort of the image cars from Audi and BMW and Mercedes are more style over substance, but I think that this car has got both in equal measure, as I think you'll probably find when you get to drive it. It's a lot of fun, this car, and this is the more powerful, 225 brake horsepower as well, so there's plenty of poke there.
That sounds good.
Come and have a look at this third car. And the third of those cars, Howard, is this, the Honda S2000. Now, you already drive a Honda, so I guess you're probably quite a fan of these cars, are you?
Absolutely. Immediate winner. You've got the reassurance of the little H on the end of the bonnet. Always nice to see. Fantastic looking car.
It is, isn't it? I mean, I think it's really stylish, isn't it?
Love the interior. It's just immediately grabs me, and I think the sort of car I want to drive.
It's obviously Honda's attempt to get in on the roadster market. They didn't really have anything before they brought this car out. But, you know, they wanted to go head-to-head with Audi and with Mercedes and Porsche as well up against the box. And I think you'll probably find this is a car that really offers something when you get out and drive it.
If it's anything like the one I've got at the moment, then it should be a lot of fun.
And I think this is a good buy as well. £21,000 for this two-year-old example. Good
Price it is. That does sound like good value for money.
The proof of the pudding is how it drives. Jump in, let's go for a spin. I can fully understand why Honda wanted to get into the roadster market and take on the likes of the Z3, the SLK, the Porsche Boxster, and this is what they came up with, and I think they've done a darn good job.
They certainly have. It's extremely comfortable. Driving position's really good.
It is. I mean, it's a 2-litre engine. You've got 240 brake horsepower, so there's plenty driving the rear wheels, of course, because it's a real roadster. But one thing about this car is that you really have to rev it really hard to make it work.
Yeah, I find a similar thing with my CRX. You get sort of above 6,500 revs, and that's when it really starts to. That's right.
And as you notice on the dashboard there, it's got a 9,000 RPM red line.
That's incredible,
and that's where you want to take it all the time to make rapid progress.
Absolutely.
The prices are holding up pretty well. I mean, originally when they launched these cars, they were over £28,000, but then they dropped them down by about £3 grand, which made a big difference.
Yeah.
So used cars are getting cheaper now, and this with what? It's done about 21,000 miles, and it's about £21,000. It's a lot of car for the money, I think.
It certainly is, and the nice thing is, it's the sort of car that you could probably own for 2, 3, maybe 4 years and not have to take a really big hit on when you came to get rid of it.
Wow, look at that. Proof that not all Hondas come with a pork pie hat and a box of tissues stitched to the parcel shelf. It's the Honda S2000, and where some cars rely on old-fashioned attributes to give you their charm and specialness, the S2000 is bristling with technology. Underneath this ludicrously long bonnet, there lurks an engine that uses VTEC technology. I shan't bore you with the details, but if you don't know already, basically it means that at low engine speeds, it's humble and easy to drive around town. Get past a certain point in the rev range, the engine changes characteristics completely, and it all gets, well, a bit busy. It'll actually rev right the way around to 9,000 RPM, and at that point, things tend to be moving past you very quickly indeed. If all of that isn't enough to convince you that, well, it might be a bland badge, but it's still a sports car, then consider this. It is a Honda, and that means build quality and reliability, absolutely no doubt there won't be a problem. But if even that doesn't convince you, think about this. Honda are the same people who produce the Integra Type R, the Civic Type R, and the super glamorous NSX, so you'll be in very racy company.